Baby, the show wasn't shit, but the reunion was everything. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I want to pull my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag in all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks for clicking on the video. This is my review for part one of season 3 of the Hollywood Divas reunion. A mess. A fucking mess. Now, I'm sorry about my video being late, but for some reason, my DVR didn't pick it up, and I ended up running into it online. So I just got the chance to see it. And I was heartbroken because I was waiting. I was like, and that's terrible because the show was like, ugh. So I was thinking, okay, well, maybe the reunion will be better. And it was. Oh, it was. Oh my God. Let's start off with the head sissy in charge, Carlos King. Hey, Carlos. All right, so first thing, I'm going to have to go on and commend you. Finally, somebody got in touch with you and told you to put on some motherfucking socks. And I was so here for it. I'm so tired of looking at your goddamn ankles. So he got some socks on and he looked nice. You know, he built, decent, and he had a nice little suit, he was sissified, personified, and it was cool. I was like, okay, Carlos, cool. Now, what I'm going to tell you that I don't like that you do. Now, I am, for all purposes, a queen by nature, and I'm a drag queen on top of it. So there's no reads on that. I am who I am. Okay? It is what it is. And Carlos, you are too. But bitch, either you're auditioning for the Fantastic Four or something. But your flame was turned up so motherfucking high. And you do this. I see that you do this a lot. I don't know why you do that because that's not your regular personality. When I've seen you, when you were on the other show, that Next 15, we got to actually see you and how you act and how you kind of move about. And then we've also seen glimpses of you in Real Housewife history. And baby, your flame's not always up that high. So why with this? I just don't get it. I was sitting there and I'm looking, and again, I have no problem with the queeniest queen, with the sugariest boy, or the hardest lesbian that you can find. I don't have a problem with that. I lived for the LGBT community. I'm an advocate for everybody. Drag, trannies, all of it. Fuck it. I love all of them. You just send them my way. I love them all, honey. I'm like K. Michelle, bitch. I love them all. But I don't know why, but baby, you had too much sugar on your goddamn cupcakes, honey. I was like, what is going on? Then all this chest bumping with the girls and ooh, and all. Bitch, that's not you. Now for the shishi poo poo girls, I'm cool. But it just looks ridiculous when it's not your regular demeanor, and that is not your regular demeanor, Carlos. Not from what I've seen. It was just so over the top, and it just got on my nerves. Especially when Gold came out. Y'all really the two of you whores. And Malika. I was like, Chuck, you know Malika fake anyway. Fucking mess. Okay, so that's that, and I'll get back to you, Carlos, because I ain't done with you, bitch. Okay, so moving on. Let's talk about clothes since we started off with Carlos's little RuPaul suit. And it was, and that's exactly what your suit reminded me of, RuPaul. That's like how RuPaul dresses when he's actually RuPaul and not RuPaul. So, and they're always nice suits, but that's the fit that he wears, that very European, um, uh, really slicked up sissy look. And it's usually, Ru usually does like high waters. Whatever. Okay, moving on. Lisa Wu, as usual, y'all know I love Lisa. I like Lisa a lot. Clean motherfucker. Lisa was clean as hell. Very simple, very pulled completely and thoroughly together. Badass motherfucking emerald green shoe, bitch. You didn't want no parts of it. That pump was everything. Lisa just looked good. She looked very age appropriate. Yeah, Lisa, bitch. I loved it. Golden, I am so sick of that look. I'm sick of it. And then you look like Mr. Pretzel in it because you're really straight up and down for the most part. Then she's out there wanting to twerk, and the twerk looked like somebody hit her in her back with a bat. I said, girl, let that go. And the titties out, I think her titties is soggy, so I just wasn't really feeling it. I thought it was very corny and very it's been done to me. You know what? Once Beyonce touched it and J-Lo touched it, it was finished. Because J-Lo, by far, put a hurting on that motherfucking look. So, y'all just let that go. Leave that alone. This sheer gown that's with the beat. And then you didn't even have, that wasn't the expensive beading. That was just some beading. That wasn't like couture beading. Girl, let that go. Leave that for the prom girls now. That's what we're going to do with that. If for all of you all that are listening, and yes, I do have a degree in fashion, so I'm making the motherfucking statement right here, bitch. So pay attention. For all of you all that's listening, the sheer gown with the beading, we're leaving that now for the prom girls. And we're going to, the grown women, we're going to move on to something else, couture. Leave the sheer gowns with the beads for the prom girls. All of you whores that are doing these reality shows, we're going to stop doing the couture knockoffs of the sheers. Leave them for the prom girls. Let the prom girls smash that. Now that's perfect for the prom. I said it. You heard it here first. Anyway, moving on. Malika. Now y'all know I'm on that fence with Malika. I'm not really a fan. I don't hate her, but I'm not a fan. I find her very fake. Very multiple sides. The bitch has a face for everybody. She does. She's a Kardashian. There you go. She's a Kardashian. She's an honorary Kardashian. Bitch got a face for everybody. But I will give you this. Bitch, you did that. That bitch wore the shit out of that motherfucking jumpsuit. You understand me? That jumpsuit was everything. Her and Lisa were my two best dressed. By far. Malika, again, very age appropriate. She's a young, pretty girl. I even like the messy white girl ponytail, because that's what that is. That's not a black girl hairstyle. That's the messy, the white girl, the white girl ponytail, honey, that they wear. And I liked it. I actually liked it. I liked how it flowed, how it actually went with who she is and what she represents on the show. I liked her look. Pump, beautiful, color, fantastic, fit. Please. You didn't want it. You didn't want it. I said, bitch, yes. Teddies. Bam! The teddies was on. And it was perfect. It was perfect. You did that, Malika. Now, if you don't never do nothing else, bitch, if you don't never have a big role, if you don't ever do anything, you fucking did that. So I liked it. Next, Paula. Crackhead. Girl, you got it together. Paula's gown was cute for Paula. I thought it was perfect for Paula. I love the fit. I love the color. I thought it was age appropriate. She looked very starlet. Her hair was an absolute and fucking mess in true Paula fashion. Girl, I can't. I can't. And then dishwater blonde, $10 a bag weave. No, ma'am. I didn't like that at all. That was fucking horrible. She was cool, understated cool. But the gown, I thought was very age appropriate. And she did look like a starlet of a certain age. And I liked it. I like what you gave Paula, and you got the fit right for a change. Even goddamn Forrest looks nice. He wasn't, there wasn't anything, he wasn't looking like JoJo Dancer, Your Life Is Calling, or anything like that. He just looked nice, and he actually act nice on this part. I'll get to that later. But yeah, so Paula and Forrest, good job, you two. Countess. You know I'm gonna get you, bitch. I'm gonna get you. Bitch, beyond that motherfucking farce of a goddamn music video you put out, bitch. You are so out of order, honey. But she got this video and she brought, we'll talk, let me talk about the clothes first. Countess was giving me a couple different things. First, I looked at her and I said, that's exactly what I said. And I said, bitch, if you don't look like you going to clean houses and you're in mourning, honey, I just couldn't take it. I said, she really looks like she is the toilet scrubber to the stars, honey, with this dress. It was just horrible, dude. Tied up in the back and your back is fat and it just, oh, bitch. It just wasn't right. Then it was so black. Then it was giving me voodoo priestess. I was like, girl, come on. You know, I look over there at her one time and I don't want to look at her straight in her face, honey, because I was like, child, she was giving me, child, memoirs of a bitch that will work a root on you, honey. I just couldn't. I couldn't do it with Countess in that dress. That dress was horrible. Makeup and hair was nice. They worked in with the whole toilet cleaning thing and bitch, no ma'am. And I'll talk about that little video situation. I got a video about that motherfucking video, but I'm gonna touch on it a little bit. Anyway, move past it. Elise Neal. We don't know what Elise for because Elise was there. She's not on the show anymore. But for some reason, she had a whole part in the goddamn reunion. They fucking slick ran the shit out of Elise. And I'm like, are y'all kidding? Like, Elise Neal, she is, by all means and purposes, a Hollywood diva. She is. She's an actress. She's an actress. She got shit going on. This bitch is on her Kelly Price. She's booked. So there's not so much you can do by reading Elise. Did Elise get on my nerves? Yes. Is Elise a bitch? Yes. Elise is all those things that Paula J. Parker is. But she left. And they had a whole segment basically shading Elise. But it really wasn't like y'all thought y'all were shading Elise. Elise shaded y'all because she gave y'all this, honey. And went on about her business. No statements made, no gripes, no fussing, no rants, no nothing. She just dis-a-fucking-peared. And then, to top it all off, Carlos King, did you say she blocked you on Twitter? So she fucking paid you dust. She paid you dust. She was working for you. And then she rolled out and went to lunch. And you been waiting on her to come back from the water fountain ever since. She said, fuck you, motherfucker. And went on about her business and got a real job. Ciao, bye. Anyway, so that's that for the fashions. Let's move on. Okay, so now let's talk about sidekicks. So we got sidekick one, naturally, is Malika. You know, that's the whole thing, that Malika was Khloe Kardashian's sidekick, and that's the only reason why she had a rise to fame and all of that. And they talked about all that stuff. Paula J. Parker made me mad when she sat up there and said, oh, I was so happy with shit that Khloe Kardashian said my name. I was happy. Did you think that made you look cute? That made you look stupider than a motherfucker. Khloe Kardashian is nobody. Khloe Kardashian is famous for being Khloe Kardashian. She doesn't have any talent. She doesn't do anything that nobody else can do. The bitch was born with the right last name, and that's why she's famous. And you're happy because this bitch said your name? Now, if she said my name, that'd be something different. And not really that much different because I got a whole bunch of fucking talent too. But people just don't know a whole bunch of people don't know who I am. Where there's a lot of people that know who she is. But there's tons of people who know who the fuck you are, Paula. You are an established motherfucking Hollywood starlet. Like, are you crazy? Now, maybe it's B-rated starlet, but I mean, a starlet, girl, you are a celebrity. You're a celebrity. So fuck that. Don't be sitting up there down talking yourself about no bitch that's famous for being famous. Like, seriously, stop it, Paula, bitch. That's that. See, that's what I'll tell you. That's all that motherfucker. That's that crackhead shit. I can't, girl, with all that. That's that freebasing ass type of behavior, bitch. Ain't nobody got time for it. Okay, so let's talk about what's that bitch's name? Dorian. Who is she, honey? And that's the worker. Who is she? I didn't like him from the beginning, and y'all know that I was saying that. I didn't care for him. I thought he was unnecessary. I thought he was, doing the whole camera balls thing. I didn't remember him from College Hill because College Hill sucked, and I didn't watch it. That was yet another of BET's flop drops. Mess. Nobody knows Dorian. No one gives a fuck about Dorian. Dorian is the sidekick to the sidekick who is Malika. So, that means you're literally no one. Okay, Malika has actually proven herself to be somebody. She's a messy chick from a reality show of her own now. Dorian, you're still fucking nobody. You're a nobody. Period. But then I'm going to take that back. You're somebody now. You're the motherfucker who came on Hollywood Divas with the bullshit and got tore the fuck up. That's who you are, bitch. You're the one that got tore up. Bravo to you, bitch. I ain't never met no fag that sat around and let nobody read them down like that. And let me take that back because I don't even know if that child is a fag. He's a fag in my eye. He's a fucking honey. He looked just as queeny as me, honey. So whatever. You're that boy that got tore up. Okay? I ain't never seen no sweet looking boy. And you cute and everything. To sit up there and let nobody read them down. You got read the fuck down. And your good friend threw you under the bus. She didn't try to stop them from reading you. She let you stand in your shit. And I saw you try to play the male card. And you tried to be cool with it. And, I'm not going to argue with the women. And I saw you do all that. And then after a while, you realized that shit had just gone so far left that I think I better attack back and fuck it, because I'm looking real stupid right now. But it was too late. It was too late. And then Princess Carlos came in and shut you right down. Because at that point where you were getting ready to go, but you was getting ready to be vicious. You were getting ready to show your queen, baby. Your goddamn petticoat was getting ready to show. You were getting ready to let Golden have it. And Carlos shut you down. And I didn't like that. I was like, shit, let him go, honey. Because Golden got off on you. She really did. And it was so funny because when they were going through the whole thing about you saying they were old and this, that thing, and the other, and then they were all chiming in, they were really letting you have it. And I could tell in your face, you were very embarrassed, and yet you should have been. But, sissy, you brought it all on yourself. Because nobody told you to get camera balls and jump on there trying to be cute, cutesy-wootsy, and you don't have a mic. And start talking shit, and they all got mics. So you fucked yourself. And Malika stated real quick, and this was something real strange. Lisa's a bitch that's about it. And I'm going to put it on, let me just say this. Okay. Lisa was over there, they were going back and forth. And Lisa was saying her little stuff, and then she said something else. And she slipped and said something. And it didn't hit Malika right. Malika jumped in and said, hey, you know what? You say whatever you want to say to him, but don't ever address my fucking twin. Now that's where you got it fucked up. Don't ever address my damn twin. I said, well, okay. So, right away, honey, this ear went up and I was like, yes, Malika, bitch, yes. So now I'm liking this Malika, honey. She said what the fuck she meant, and she meant what the fuck she said. Don't fuck around with my motherfucking twin, because I'll turn this motherfucker. Now, that's usually Lisa's standpoint. Lisa backed all the way down. Now, do I think that Lisa Wu is scared of Malika? No, because Lisa is a bitch that's about it. Lisa, I think Lisa is a bitch that will take her heels off. Well, I mean, she takes her heels off anyway, but will go out in the middle of the street and be like, bitch, buck and nut, honey, let's go. And you either gonna whoop my ass or I'm whooping your ass, but somebody's ass is getting whooped. That's the Lisa Wu I know and love. But she backed down. And I'm going to say, I'm thinking that Lisa just did that because if you've ever noticed, Lisa feels that same way about her brothers and sisters. And we've actually seen that over the years. And her children. And, her family, her close family. Lisa, that bitch will drop a tear and turn that whole motherfucking stage over. So I think that's probably why she kind of retreated. I don't think she's scared of Malika, by any means. Malika's young. She's a young girl. And she's probably scrappy, but I think Lisa could give her something, honey. Old bitch will give you something, honey, and then slice your motherfucking head off. So I don't think she's scared, but I think she respected where she was coming from. But yes, that Malika Huck, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. You got to point up with me. Now you got the jumpsuit, bitch, and then you like to fight a little bit, bitch. Yeah, Malika, girl, we gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. So anyway, and like I said, when I said Lisa's that real bitch that'll take her shoes off. I told you that bitch had on a bad pair of shoes. I could just imagine what the price tag on them shoes was like. But when Countess actually got mad and exited the stage, and I'm gonna talk about that in a minute, Lisa took her motherfucking shoes off and went right after her because that's what a real bitch do. Get down on them streets on your feet, honey. Fuck it. So anyway, so that was that. But like I said, Golden was going hard on old Dorina. And when he had finally got enough, it was too late. And he did. He said, well, Golden, let's talk about what you don't have. I said, uh-oh. He was going to let Golden have it. He really was. And I was so mad because Carlos cut him off. Because I do believe, see, Carlos though, Queen. Carlos be having conversations with everybody and stirring the pot and getting the gumbo ready. I believe if Dorian would have been allowed to continue on and really go at Golden the way that he was going to go, because he was going to go full out Queen. He was going to let her have it. I believe Dorian would have said something or some things that would have tarnished the whole Malika and Golden friendship. I really do. I really do. But, yeah, that was interesting. Some good shit here. Some fucking good shit. This is what reunions are made of. Mona, bitch, I hope you've tuned in. This is what reunions look like. You used to have it down. I don't know what happened, girl, but this is what you need to be going on, honey. Anyway, okay, so let's talk about how do I want to place this? Fuck it. Let's talk about Savannah Marcia Garcia, or whatever fuck, Maria Garcia, the cigarette chick. Talk about her. This bitch finally got it right after a whole season. She got it right. She had a cute dress and that looked nice on her. I just would have wished it would have been a little bit longer because your legs are so long that they read man because you're like 7 feet tall. So the shorter your dress, bitch, the longer your legs look. I would have brought the dress all the way to the knee or a little bit above the knee, not in a micro mini, because when you give, and I see a lot of trans women do this, and drag queens will do this. Micro mini is not for you. When you do micro mini, it doesn't give the same effect. Like, it's not a sexy effect like with a woman. It gives the effect of basketball player legs. I mean, you just got too much leg. Your woman don't have legs that damn long, bitch. I mean, there are some women that are very, very tall like that, but bitch, they look like basketball players said. People be questioning them like, is that somebody's nephew? That kind of thing. So I think if that dress, it was a pretty dress. If that dress would have gone down almost to your knees, bitch, it would have been bam, dead on. Her makeup was nice. Her hair was nice. So actually, I'm thinking the stylist must have went to a stylist. Because I know she ain't came up with that on her own. Not them looks that she was giving her Countess throughout the season. But bitch, you look good. And she had a really pretty shoe. The shoe was really pretty. I said, okay, girl. So I'll give you that. You look good, but I still don't like you, bitch. I don't like you, bitch. I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't like you. You are still an embarrassment to my community and to the trans community. You are an embarrassment, bitch. You don't know how to act. And I'm going to give and damn, who would ever thought I'd be taking up for Forrest and Paula? Oh my God. Forrest said it best. He ain't raised his voice. Nothing. He said, we know trans people. We have trans friends. And the transsexual women that we know don't act anything like how you have acted this season. I said, Forrest, motherfucker, you better speak. If he never says anything that makes sense again, I'm going to give Forrest all the credit for that. And he was quiet and he sat over there, looked nice, and he acted like a husband. Be seen and not heard. Perfect. That was perfect. Bravo to you, Forrest, you motherfucker. So he got her thoroughly together. And she's another one. Dorian was let have it, and Savannah was absolutely let have it. I think Malika was sitting laying back waiting on the cigarette check, honey. Because when I tell you Malika wore Savannah's motherfucking ass out, I said, ugh. Girl, I told you you're not a good tranny. What tranny let a woman just read her down like that? Bitch. I don't know who you hung out with, bitch. But there's no way. Honey, but then again, you gave them so much to work with, to get you, But Malika read the fuck out of Savannah. She really did. She let her have it, and it was all warranted. Because again, the gloves come off. Any type of trans joke or insult is actually fair game when you start in like that. You calling her bitches and whores and carrying on, and she calling you uncle, brother, cousin, moo moo juju and them, cabra and all that shit. All of that shit's fair. It's fair game when we get to arguing and fighting, baby. It is what it is. Let your ass. When that bitch told, she said, bitch, I will read you dust and make you go back to church. That was so mean, y'all. But anyway, that was mean. Fair. Oh, bitch, I liked it. She let her have it. But then she told that bitch, you all thirsty as shit, bitch. But she says, you ain't nothing but a hoe. And you ain't nothing but Khloe Kardashian's goddamn friend. She's like, but I just want to pay. Oh, bitch, you ain't nothing. Because you ain't going to pay. Oh, bitch, you free, bitch. I said, oh. She got her out of here. She really did. And then when, Savannah, that always pisses me off. When Savannah threatened them, when they got too tight for her, she do like Dorian, that bitch gonna say, I fuck one on that, always want to fight. Like, how you gonna fight the women? Girl, sit down. Child Malika told her, bitch, you can fight. We can fight if you want to, bitch, but you'll go to jail fucking with me. And that motherfucker Paula said, yeah, boy jail. I said, oh. Child, they got you, bitch. They got you. Let you know, honey, if you come over here and hit me, honey, I don't give a shit what's on your goddamn driver's license. You are not going to Mrs. Furthington's finishing school for girls, honey. You are going down the wall, honey. You're going down to the clink, clink, bitch. Going to sing, whore. I said, oh my God, it was hilarious. Then when Golden said to her, she said, bitch, are you a woman? Are you a woman? I said, oh. And so Garcia Maria, cigar chick, she gonna say, yes, I'm a woman. She says, well, I can't tell because right now you're acting like a bitch. I said, oh, God. Good, they were letting her have it. Bitch, they were practicing and they were comparing notes, bitch, and they were waiting on you, bitch. They got your motherfucking ass, you bitch. They got you, bitch. And I enjoyed every motherfucking piece of it, honey. They got. Anyway. All right, so. Then Carlos, now I thought this was wrong because Carlos, motherfucker, you're the producer or whatever it is that you do. You're in a little tight suit. You ain't have to throw no dig in, but that motherfucker threw one in too. I guess it was just too good. They were getting her so good, he just threw one. He gonna say, well, girl, when she said, my name is Maria what is it? Maria, no. What is her name? Cigarette Butt, honey. My name is Cigarette Butt, honey. And it says it on my ID. And that Carlos said, does your ID say that you're biracial too? I said, oh. Child, everybody was getting a piece of her, honey. It's terrible. I loved it. Anyway, moving on. They let her have it. But you don't never need to come back to TV again. Ever. TV 1, 2, 3, or 4, bitch. Don't ever come on again, bitch. You're done. You're done. Dumb bitch. Anyway, In the midst of all that, then Golden and goddamn Countess end up going at it. Child. Now I'll say this. For all the seasons that this has been on, I've been waiting on Countess to get Golden because Golden has never been nice to Countess. I don't give a shit what y'all say. She's never been nice. Her intentions were never nice. Her intentions were always to drag Countess in a slick, conniving way, and that's what she's done. She has clowned Countess about her weight and all kind of shit from day one. Girl, you're not her friend. You're shady. You're a shady old skinny bitch that was letting the fat bitch have it. And that's just all it was. Well, finally, Countess had enough. And this season, she was letting you have it. But she even let you have it at that goddamn... At the reunion, you try, oh, you like to play victim. And she does. She does. But you were just getting in with everybody else. Your shit had already been done. But she was already mad at you, bitch. She been mad at you for 2 seasons. Bitch, when she told that motherfucking Golden, even your mother doesn't like and don't want you, bitch. I said, ooh, bitch, ooh, a 2-piece, honey. And got up and told her, fuck you, bitch, and walked out. I said, well, you better go ahead, fatback. Walk on up out of there, honey. I said, okay. So that's kind of where we left off. I done talked for 30 minutes. Child, I'm done with this shit. That's where we left off with part 1. This reunion was really good. I'm telling you. This reunion was better than all 6 episodes of the show this season. Child, this was everything. Really good. And if y'all haven't seen Countess Vaughn's goddamn video, go look at that video. That video is a fucking travesty. An absolute travesty. And she ought to be ashamed of her motherfucking self. She really should. It's fucking horrible. Fucking horrible. It's about as bad as that dress she had on. All right, y'all. I'm out of here.